People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharack and welcome to In Case You Missed It.
Hello, hope you're doing well. I'm Mariah Ramharack and welcome to today's episode of In Case You Missed It. In today's show, let's welcome Jamaican cricketer Abhijai Mansigh, who is now back in Jamaica after competing in the CG United Super 50 Cup. Abhijai, welcome to In Case You Missed It. How are things?
Things are good. I'm happy to be on the show.
Yeah, always a pleasure to chat with you. It's the first time I'm interviewing you, so I'll start by asking you a bit about yourself. Where in Jamaica are you from? And most importantly, what made you fall in love with cricket?
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. Been born here, brought up my whole life. And what made me fall in love with cricket was my family. I think from a young age, my grandfather and father had me playing the game. And growing up, it was just me and my brother in the front yard playing the game with all our friends. So, just that enjoyment of playing the game from early is what made me start.
Well, you're now back in Jamaica after representing 4 combined campuses and colleges at the CG United Super 50 Cup. How was that overall experience for you?
It was a great experience playing with a bunch of young and hungry players. It was a great vibe in the team, and we did well in the tournament. I think we were a bit unlucky to get our last game rained off. If we won that, I'd be playing the semi-finals today. But such is life. And nevertheless, it was a great tournament with CCC.
Yeah, and the CCC ended the Super 50 Cup 6th on the points table, having accumulated 2 wins from 7 matches. Can you identify some of the areas that the team could have done better?
I think, to be very critical, it would probably be our bowling. I think taking wickets in critical periods would have helped us a little more. But having said that, we won 2, 3 were rained out, and we lost 2. I think 2 of those 3 rained out matches we were in dominant position. So it could have been a different tournament in terms of we could have reached a lot higher than we finished.
Yeah, well, if we're thinking personal achievements, you did well. You finished the tournament taking 11 wickets at 30.45 apiece with an economy rate of 5.67. How pleased are you with your personal performance?
I feel like it was an okay tournament. I took 11 wickets from 6 games, but I still felt there was a lot I left out there. In terms I could have taken probably close to 15, but in terms of the strides I'm making from last year till now, it is progress, and I'm happy with how it turned out.
And looking back, reflecting now, what was your biggest learning moment from this Super 50 Cup?
I think the biggest learning moment was accepting that different days come with different conditions and different pitches, and trying to adapt the game based off the conditions on the given day. I think that's what I learned the most out of this tournament. Being guided by Shane Dowrich, the captain, he helped me a lot. He's very experienced, and he helped me through that process of knowing, what conditions to bowl at what pace and what flight.
Yeah, would you say you enjoyed working under the leadership of your skipper, Shane Dowrich?
I enjoyed it 100%. We got along very well. We're similar personalities, so it was a great experience, and hopefully one day in the future we can work together again.
Yeah, and speaking about captaincy, in 2015, you had your own stint as captain when you led your school team, Campion College, to the Grey Shield. Do you remember how that felt? And maybe just one day, do you see yourself captaining the WIndies team? Is that something you aspire to?
I think in 2015, that was definitely an amazing experience because no one really expects Campion to do well in sports. So for us to go and win that, that was a nice experience. And I was playing with my brother and my best friends at the time, so it was just a great experience. I never felt like I was captain. It just felt like I was hanging out with friends. So that was good. But I would love to captain West Indies in the future. I do love taking on leadership roles, and hopefully one day I can be a good captain for West Indies. But for now the goal is to make the West Indies team.
Yeah, very, very important. I think one of the key things as a cricketer is being able to learn from those around you, especially when you have the chance to work with the senior ones. Has there been any player or players that have positively impacted your career and assisted you on your journey?
To single out one would be a big injustice to the amount of people that I've got advice from or have helped me along the way. But people that I could think of right now are Jimmy Adams, Andrew Justin, Nikita Miller, just a lot of cricketers around the region, senior players like Imran Khan, Dennis Bulai, Nkrumah Bonner. They all have helped me along my way. One person that I've been lucky enough to talk with and work with before was Rahul Dravid, who is my hero. So, he's one that I definitely have enjoyed learning from, and hopefully one day I can be a player like him.
Yeah, really looking forward to see you dominate and, of course, make that Windies team, as you said, you would like to do. Abhijai, now that the Super 50 Cup is finished for you, there is the ongoing semi-finals, but CCC will not be a part of that. What's next for you?
I've been picked to go to South Africa with the West Indies A team, so I'm leaving here on Monday, so I'm just preparing for that. I'm looking forward to it. It's the first time I'll be wearing any sort of West Indies colours, so I'm really excited for it, and hopefully I can grab the opportunity.
Wow, that's brilliant news. So when you found out, how did you feel? Because we're talking initially and you were expressing to me, what a dream, Abhijai, it would be to represent the Maroon and, be a West Indies player. So talk to me about that.
I mean, it was a surreal feeling when I got the call from the lead selector, Desmond Haynes. It was just a feeling of, there was about 10 minutes of happiness, but, as soon as I got the news, I was like, all right, it's time to prepare for that opportunity because, I've waited a long time to be able to represent any West Indies team. So, now I've just been focused on trying to prepare as best as possible. But, I leave everyone else around me to be excited. I think for me, it's just about being focused and preparing well.
Yeah. Well, you made your first-class debut in February of this year. Would you say your game has grown from then to now?
100%. I'm a player that loves to learn, loves to keep adding, loves to keep improving. I don't like to leave any stones unturned. So, every month I'll keep improving. Every day I'll improve. There's always something to improve on. So I'll never be the finished article. So anytime you hear from me or see me, I'll definitely be a different player from when you last heard from me.
Top stuff. I like that. Would you say there's any major area, though, that you could pinpoint that you would have worked on and you saw the improvement in the Super 50?
My googly. I think after the 4-day competition, I saw that I needed to improve my googly and be more confident in it. So, I spent a few months working on it in India as well as here in Jamaica with my coach, Nikita Miller. So, that's been a big improvement, and I hope to keep improving on that as well.
All right, sounds good. So my next question, how do you prepare for a competition? Some people are very superstitious. They do different things before a game. Do you do anything special? Do you eat anything special? Do you do a special workout? What's it like on game day?
I'm a very spiritual person, so I like to meditate and visualize and, get into a peaceful frame of mind. So I wouldn't say it's a game day routine, but it's a regular life routine.
Okay. Well, I like that as well. What are your thoughts on the amount of cricket played around the Caribbean? Would you say that there is room for more competitive cricket tournaments?
I think cricket is being played, but I think the important thing is the quality that is being played. It's easy to say that we need more cricket, but if it's not more quality cricket, then it doesn't make sense. So I'm happy with how it is now, as long as the quality is kept in control. If they can increase the amount of games and keep the quality of cricket high, then I'm all for it. But yeah, definitely, as long as the quality is not compromised, I'm all for it.
Yeah, have to agree with you there, because nobody wants to watch any poor type of cricket. When we watch cricket, we want to see top quality bowling and, of course, batting. So you're 26 years of age now. Where would you like to be in the next 3 years? Do you plan ahead like that, or do you take it day by day?
I like to plan ahead, but I don't tie myself to those plans in the future. I love being in the present, in the current. I do have goals, but I'm not bound to those goals. I'm bound to the work I do every day. But I definitely would love to play for West Indies, be a performing member of West Indies, helping West Indies to be back close to where we were in years gone by. I think I'm in a lucky position where I'm a fan that can make a difference on the field. So I will never lose that feeling of a fan. And hopefully, I'll be in 3 years' time. I'll be a big member of the West Indies team.
Yeah, and passion always important, because when you're passionate about something, it's reflected in the quality that you put out. So you're a top order batsman by craft who bowls leg breaks. Do you have a special preference for one, or do you love both equally?
It's like asking me if I love my mother or my father more. I love both equally. I love my leg spin, I love my batting. The day that I focus on one, the other might get neglected. So I will always love both equally till I die.
Ooh, that's a spicy answer. I'm sorry. I'm happy that you like both, Abhijai.
Thank you.
All right. So you had a stint. I was doing some research on you. You had a stint in Australia. Tell me a bit more about that. How did that come about, and how was that experience? When was that?
This was just after I finished high school, just after I won the title champion, actually. It was in 2015, probably November till 2016, March. I had reached out to a few clubs in Australia, just saying I'm a young player. I'd love to get exposure playing in different conditions. And, one club actually signed me up in Perth. And I spent 6 months playing the full season there. And that was one of the most amazing experiences, not only cricket-wise, but in life-wise, living on your own. Learn about responsibility, and all of that kind of shaped me into a better human being as well as a better cricketer.
Okay. Now this question, a very uncomfortable one. How do you deal with injuries? Did you ever have an injury that kept you out of the game for quite some time?
I've had 2 major shoulder surgeries on both my shoulders. For each shoulder, it took me 6 months out of the game. So in combined total, I spent more than a year out of the game. It was tough times. You never think that you'll stop playing the game that you love. But I was lucky enough to have amazing family support through that time, amazing friends, and it made me into a tougher human being, a tougher cricketer. And I think now I don't take any moment on the field for granted.
Yes, you speak about family support, and well, my sister Karishma, you know how important family support is where we're concerned, because whenever she's playing, Abhijai, I think I'm playing, so I'd message her and have all the comments and act like if I'm the coach. Do you get that same thing from your dad and your brother?
I get that all the time. In fact, they feel like they're out there playing. So my brother's actually scheduled a practice session for me after this interview. He's there preparing the nets at Sabina right now. So, I'm very lucky that I have the dad that I do, or the brother that I have. They really push me. They're also there to lend us a shoulder when I need to lean on them. So, it's amazing. It's similar to you and your sister. So, it's a family affair.
Yeah, but I've stopped though, because I've been told that when I give criticism, it hurts more than if it comes from random people. So I've stopped. When anything bad happens in a match, I don't say anything.
Well, the thing with siblings, they normally see the bad and not the good. So
I see the good.
I can see that. Well, they tend to highlight the bad more than they do the good. So, once it's out of love, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I've stopped. So I just want to put that on record. I've stopped commenting. If it's good, you'll hear from me. If it's not too good, there'll be no comment. All right. So another question for you, is it difficult sometimes staying motivated, and how are you able to manage that?
It's not difficult to stay motivated. I'm doing something that I absolutely love. It's a dream of mine to be a professional cricketer and, playing around the region and hopefully around the world. It's very easy for me to be motivated. At the end of the day, it's not motivation that gets to the top, it's your discipline. So, it's about, staying consistently disciplined to really make it where you want to.
Yeah. I asked you about Melbourne Cricket Club off the record, but I'll ask you now, how has that club impacted your game?
It's been great at Melbourne. I've been there for about 4 years now. I left my childhood club, Kingston Cricket Club, to go to Melbourne. who are their arch rivals. But you know, at Melbourne, I'm given leadership roles and I'm given a lot of responsibility, which has helped me to understand what playing under pressure is. And the guys at Melbourne are very welcoming to me. We get along really well, and we love playing for the club because it's a club with a big heritage.
Yes. Well, before we get ready to wrap this part of the interview, any word of advice for anyone looking on and would like to play cricket professionally? Tell us a bit about the opportunities that the sport has afforded you.
I mean, the biggest thing that cricket has given to me is the friendships, the relationships that you make along the way. You get to see different countries, and you know, you get to meet people your age that are doing exactly what they love and what you love. So, you know, the only advice I could give anyone is just never limit your dreams. Like, you know, it's such a beautiful game. As youngsters, for me, it's the dream job. So, you know, just keep going, never limit yourself, and you know, one day you'll be your hero.
Yeah, it's now time for my favorite part of today's interview. It's rapid fire time. So I'll ask a question and you say the first word or phrase that comes to mind. Are you ready?
I'll try to be.
Okay, so T20s or ODIs?
T20s.
If you had to trade places with a cricketer, who would it be?
Rahul Dravid.
Ooh, best part of living in Jamaica?
Just the beaches, the mountain, the people.
Yeah, it's really a beautiful place. Next question, most beautiful country you visited so far?
Australia.
Night in or night out?
Night out.
Funniest teammate?
This is a hard one. You know, funnily enough, I'd probably say Rahman Fawad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't get that one, but you'll know better. So next, which one of your teammates has the best fashion sense?
You know, I don't want to say his name, but I'm going to say Amir Jangu.
Best fashion sense? I know Amir. He will be, all I'm saying is he will be thrilled to hear you say this on my show, that he has the best fashion sense.
Hopefully I can get a free dinner out to him for that.
I wish you all the best. Best moment in cricket so far?
I think my first test debut, you know, batting Jamaica to a draw in that thrilling match, that was probably the best moment so far.
Okay. What are you doing when you're not playing cricket?
I am either at a cafe or hanging out with friends or in the mountains.
Yeah, just relaxing. What song are you currently listening to?
I would say Common Person by Burna Boy.
Oh, I need to check that one out. I don't know it. Well, that was some good fun, Abhijai. I got to know you. But before you leave, let's head across now to social media to see what's been happening. So WIndies Cricket, they are sending congratulations to the Red Force. They're saying they're in the finals, their third consecutive final appearance in the CG United Super 50 Cup. You just got back from the Super 50. Anything you want to say to the Red Force?
They've been playing exciting cricket, you know. Hopefully they can do it for their people in Trinidad. So, you know, good luck to them.
They're people like?
They're like Mariah.
Thank you.
But you're honorary Jamaican now, so.
Yeah, I just support good cricket. Let's check out another social media reaction. Do we have another one? Yes, Grace Kennedy Limited, and this was before Abhijai. I think it was for the Campion College win. They said the lone 40-over knockout century was made by Abhijai Mansigh of Campion College, and they were really thrilled. How does it make you feel to see these comments, especially when you're doing well?
It just brings back good memories. You know, Grace Kennedy did a lot for schoolboy cricket, so you know, I'm glad that I could play that competition for years. It brings back good memories. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, Abhijai, it really has been a pleasure chatting with you on In Case You Missed It. I want to thank you so much for your time, and I'm looking forward to see you in those Windies colours. No pressure.
Thanks, Maya. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, folks, that's it from us for today. Be sure to like, share and comment, and let me know what you enjoyed about today's interview. Goodbye for now.